Hey everybody, welcome to Q&A video number 35. Make sure to keep asking questions. Doesn't matter about, they can be about anything. Just know I don't respond to review requests or Let's Play requests in these videos, but I will respond to them in the comments. So let's start with a question from Unleashed Epicness. How do you choose the games you review? It depends. Sometimes it's just stuff I happen to be playing at a given moment. Sometimes it's stuff that I've planned out for some considerable time. Sometimes it's stuff that people have sent me and I've put on a priority list. And unfortunately, my priority list of things that people have sent to me is kind of backed up, so I'm trying to work on that and get all those cleared out as soon as possible. Because some of those have been on there for quite a long time. And to those of you who've been wanting me to review those things, I'm sorry I've been taking so long on that, but it's just, I don't know, it just happened. Anyway, no excuses there. I'm not going to make any excuses. I'm just going to apologize and try to get those done as soon as possible. But, that's pretty much it. It's just whether people sent me things, what I've been playing lately, whether I've planned something out. It's just those three factors are the big ones. There are other smaller factors that play into things, but that's kind of it. Next one is from Zartov12. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway. Hey DW, I'm in a really strange spot at the moment. Namely, I really want to play certain games and watch a lot of video of them, but when I sit down and play them, I feel bored and the game just seems so uninteresting to me. Do you know the cause of this? Is it from watching too many videos and sort of spoiling the game for me, or is it just me? Have you ever had this problem? I have, actually, with the Ultima games, because it takes really long to get to the really good stuff, and up until then, it's just a lot of kind of tedium. So it's a fairly common issue where you look at something and it seems interesting, but when you actually get your hands on it, it's not quite as interesting as you thought it would be. And that could be all sorts of different things. It's just, it may have been appearances that were from something later on in the game, or from only the good bits, or something like that. Another big one with that, for me, was Sid Meier's Pirates. I've heard so many good things about that going into it. And when I actually got to play it, well, things were a little different. But, anyway. Yeah, it's a fairly common problem, but really it does come down to you. How much you're willing to put into a game in order to actually get to the good stuff, depending on what that game is. If it even has any good stuff in it. It could not have any good stuff in it, and you just happened to thought it looked good, and anyway. But yeah, it happens sometimes. Next one is from Epic Lord 9. Do you think Steam Greenlight will be a successful and major improvement over Valve's previous selection system to allow games to be released on Steam? I'm not sure how that's going to plan out. We'll see. But for now, I'm thinking that it could go either way. It could really be successful, or it could just not be. The way they've been doing things is pretty much fine as is, so that's kind of it. But I don't really see what they'd be doing with Steam Greenlight that would actually work out very well. So, who knows? We'll see. It could turn out really well, it could not. At least it's a kind of interesting idea that hopefully will pan out for them. Next one is from Battlefield Joe 97. What are your thoughts on the new Ouya console? I think that's how you pronounce that. I haven't been paying much attention to it. But that's the open source console that they're planning to bring out, and they had the Kickstarter campaign. I'm really hoping that's not a scam, because if it is, then they really succeeded. But I don't know. I really don't. I could care less, to be honest with you, because open source gaming generally isn't very good. It's that simple. But we'll see how it turns out. If it actually ends up coming to fruition, then, well, we'll see. I don't know if I'll ever get one, but yeah. Next one is from Games Dude. Why do you think smaller developers are always the most ambitious with their limited supplies, and bigger developers never take advantage to their budgets to be as ambitious with better results? Luckily, Origin and Interplay never fell victim to creating generic games with big budgets. Yeah, they kind of did, actually. Anyway. It really sucks because games like Battlecruiser 3000 AD, Sword of the Stars 2, and Universal Combat have tons of brilliant ideas that should be the games that I love the most, but are really flawed and broken in reality. They're ambitious because they have to be. You have to do something to set your game apart from the pack and get people to actually want to play it. And if you just make a generic game, then people probably aren't going to play it because there are other generic games out there that are more fun or just better or more widely publicized. Stuff like Call of Duty, for instance. It is currently the epitome of a generic first-person shooter. This is not necessarily a bad thing, don't get me wrong, but it's overclassing everything. And if you make just a generic military first-person shooter, then it's just going to fail miserably compared to Call of Duty. So, it's one of those big problems. It's like if you do something too generic, then people aren't going to pick it up. And if you do something overly ambitious, it's probably going to end up being actually a failure, like Sword of the Stars 2, where they released it and it was unplayable. Quite literally unplayable because it was just so broken and buggy. And it's still having problems from what I can tell. Real pity because that's apparently a pretty ambitious game. I still haven't played much of the first one, but anyway. But yeah, they kind of have to be ambitious and different because otherwise people just aren't going to get their games. Okay, so that was Q&A 35. Make sure to keep asking questions. You can send them to me via PM or you can post them in the comments below. I'll catch you guys in later videos. Thanks for watching.